It's time to dad.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Time to Dad. We've got a great recording and episode coming up for y'all. We've got Nick, Jason, Alex, and Joe here coming into the new fall season. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing great.
The new
CMC.
fall season of the Golden Bachelorette. Is that what you mean? Is that where you?
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I mean,
Premiere week.
We've been talking
Premiere
about
week.
CMC a lot of football going on. How's everybody's fantasy going? Fantasy football.
We're 1-1 in 3 leagues, so we lost all 3 the first, and then won all 3 the second week. So we had a little redemption. Teams are playing strong though, not getting killed with injuries like others. So that's been lucky for the most part. I'll take it. No CMC on my teams.
You guys think more dads want to hear us talk about fantasy football than the Golden Bachelorette? All right. I mean,
I don't want to
if that's the creative decision we're taking, I'll fine. That's fine. Go on.
I don't want to talk about either, man. I don't know anything about either, and I don't want to learn. Okay,
That's your problem. That's your problem. Learn to learn. Okay.
No, I hate learning about shit I don't care about. Don't fill my brain with useless knowledge, sir. I don't want it.
What's the Golden Bachelorette? I want to know.
It's a widow
Damn,
trying to
Joe,
find
why did
love.
you do this?
It's a widow trying to find love late in life. Okay, this is a 61-year-old woman who not
Why
only
is she
lost
still
her
alive?
husband. Modern medicine? I don't know. I mean, decent genes. She's 61. That
Does she look great for a 61-year-old? Because it sounds like I don't care about her.
Pretty smoky. I mean, for they don't bring like schlubs in there and get like you got to be decent to look at.
What's the age range of these guys, these gentlemen suitors?
I think they have to be 55 to 75 in like that range or something.
Okay, so it's not like chasing a cougar or anything like that.
No, man, and it is it's quality. It's this quality program.
Zero.
It actually
interest.
premiered in negative time before the show, but it's
zero interest.
Yeah,
so let me ask
Golden
Bachelor. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say the Golden Bachelorette is the follow-up to the Golden Bachelor, which was like a 66-year-old guy doing the same thing, looking for his new wife. Although I'm not really sure what the outcome was. I don't remember if they got married or not. I think they did, but then they broke up. I think they broke up already.
That's what happened.
You're
like, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I know exactly what happened. And he said what happened.
That'd be an interesting percentage to see what the percentage from those shows of people that actually like last.
Very low, very low, insanely low.
So we know Jason is into the Golden Bachelorette, but are there any other like trashy reality TV shows that your wives or
unfortunate one
gotten into?
I have an unfortunate one. I think it's called Love Island on Netflix, and I hate to admit that I watch it because it's pure garbage, and it's all young people just having young people problems and young new relationship problems that I don't miss, like all the insecurities that people that age tend to have over the dumbest things. I'm like, I don't know why I want to watch this. I just do. It's trash. It's absolute garbage. And I can't help myself. I just watch it.
What's the name of it?
I think it's called Love Island.
I've seen the thing come across.
Don't watch it. Just don't. Just help yourself and don't watch it.
Clearly a ripoff of The Bachelor in Paradise, which was the original island show where they would take the people who didn't get picked by the Bachelors and the Bachelorette and let them as like just a communal like group screw around on an island because they lost.
I'm gonna fill you in on a little tidbit of information, senor.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to watch any Bachelor shows or Bachelorette shows just on the principle that I started never watching them, and I'm going to continue to never watch any Bachelor or The Bachelorette or
Yeah,
any
dude.
other variation. But trash TV of dating, I'm a sucker for it. I don't know why. I just love watching that kind of garbage. It's terrible. It's a big waste of time, but I enjoy wasting my time with that, which again is probably a major ripoff of The Bachelor. But on principle, I refuse to watch any sort of Bachelor or Bachelorette or variations of that show. Why?
Totally.
I'm sticking
Totally
to my guns,
agree.
and that's what I do.
Totally agree. All of this was just like questioning. I don't. You guys think I watch The Bachelor and that's why I know this stuff? Come on.
Definitely.
Yeah, I figured.
Come
You're very
Man,
passionate.
I
about
watched
it.
a full season of The Bachelor back in college, like season 2 or 3 or something like that, because I had a girlfriend who really wanted to watch it. So suddenly I was very interested in it. Yeah, I mean, it was, not good, but yeah,
What was that rock star guy that did something like that?
Oh fuck! I know Rock of Love or something like that.
Yeah, Rock of
One of the
Love.
guys from Poison.
Yeah.
What the fuck is his name? I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah, I
Brett, right?
watched that dumb show.
Brett Michaels.
Yeah.
Brett Michaels.
Brett Michaels. There you go.
Yeah.
I watched that garbage show. Can I tell you something
Lucky guess,
crazy?
because I don't watch this stuff.
Can I tell you something crazy? Before I went on my deployment back in 2010 with the Army, I actually went to San Diego of San Antonio, or San Diego. What's it called? SeaWorld of San Antonio. So I went there. It was the end of the night. We were leaving the park, right? Or whatever the fuck it's called. And freaking Brett Michaels is playing Every Rose Has Its Thorn, and like in whatever little stage area they had over there for him. I'm just like, dude, I don't care to watch this guy ever in my life, but if I were to watch this guy, I would only want to see him perform this specific song because I don't know him as an artist or care for him as an artist because whatever music he plays is not for me. But if I were to enjoy this guy,
that moment.
Huh?
He stole that moment. Every Rose Has Its Thorn fucking slaps. He stole a moment of your life, your time.
No.
He lives rent free in your brain because you just told us that you love Every Rose Has Its Thorn because that song fucking slaps. You can say, I don't even like them. I don't even. It's a fucking that song fucking slaps, especially like acoustic, like in an outdoor setting. Have a couple drinks, little wine, whatever. That song fucking slaps. So he stole that moment in history and he deserves something for that. And if he wants to go on a stupid fucking reality show, because those shows are stupid and I don't watch them. If he wants to do that, I'm okay with it. He stole a moment in time. If I can steal a moment and have people say that was awesome for 3 minutes, that's all that is. He did something awesome for 3 minutes and he can live the rest of his life. I think for me, unless he does something fucked up and breaks the law or kills somebody, like, good for you, Brett Michaels. Like, do you. That's all I'm saying. Okay. One Hit Wonder, like, has accomplished more than 99 or 95% of every human who's ever lived, right? A one-hit wonder.
It's true.
Yes.
I mean, I think Poison had more than one hit, but,
I'm not the one trashing on Poison. That was,
I'm not trashing either. It's not for me. It's super 80s hair metal that I have no interest in listening to. You know what I mean?
Ballads. You gotta find the ballads.
I've never been interested in that genre of music. Never. Is there undeniable hits of the 80s of that era? 100%. Will I bob my head and enjoy some of these songs? 100%. But I will never go out of my way to listen to like specifically 80s hair metal.
What do you get down on?
Huh?
What do you get down on? You're a dad. Like, it's got to be like, what do you like to listen to?
Keith Urban.
Thank you for asking this question.
He set us up. He set us up.
Alex. There we go.
Listen, I listen to so much different music. I listen to anything from 90s pop punk to 90s R&B to like brand new deathcore fucking music, reggae,
right?
EDM,
easy transition,
orchestra. Like, there's what I listen to makes no sense to anybody, and it should never make any sense to anybody. but it's all like phases of my life where I was into something very specific. Like I think it was like ninth grade. My dad got me like a Beethoven like album for whatever reason. I don't know. He just got it for me, and I was like, "Thanks, Dad. I'm gonna play it right now." And I was a band nerd, unfortunately, so I was super into weird music as it was. So I'm just like, dude, this music, as Jason likes to say, slaps. This Beethoven shit fucking slaps. So after that, I started listening to classical music on the radio. And my dad, for whatever reason, liked jazz music. So I would be exposed to jazz music. And mind you, like while
Big
also
band,
them
swing. What are we talking?
uh
Dizzy
big
Gillespie.
band and swing, but more of the modern like
Louis Armstrong. Oh God.
Louis Armstrong.
Louis
Yeah.
Armstrong dethroning the Beatles for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
1964. I fuck with Louis Armstrong. Go on, whatever you were saying.
So I listened to fucking ska, fucking like metal that makes you want to punch a baby, but you shouldn't. But it's baby
You
punching
shouldn't.
metal. You know what I mean? You should
Yeah,
never
everybody
punch a
knows we
baby.
don't punch babies on Time to Dad.
Don't punch a
You should
baby.
never punch a baby. But this is what my music has been referred to by other people. So it's anything from pure rage and just insane drum beats and bass and guitars and screaming people to like the chillest music. And it all depends on the vibe or the day or whatever, dude. It's just
Hey man, you need to watch Mr. Holland's Opus and learn that Beethoven is all right there in that deathcore and screamo.
and that's why my friends
And reggae. You gotta
Yeah,
flip
go check
those
it out.
notes.
The Sexiest Salt of College.
Like the reason why I listen to reggae is because I grew up in Southern California and it was just everywhere. You know what I mean? The skate culture was everywhere. Being a stoner was everywhere. Like having stoner kids while also, going to class with cholo kids and the nerdiest of all, other people. Pick whatever race you want. They're there because I had a weird, super like multicultural upbringing. You know what I mean? So like,
I know
I
all
don't know.
about that.
I had a point to all
don't
this.
know. I
I'm
was just
sure.
being a dick. But so you're California? Where did you grow up specifically?
This fantastic city, which I believe is a suburb of East LA called Santa Ana. So if you ever go down there, it's a terrible place. It's some places are cool, some places are sketchy. None of it makes sense, but it's there. It's part of Orange County, which is a very
Never heard of it.
drastically expensive to drastically poor area.
Is that in California?
All in the same county. Yeah, and we're like by the water, so it's crazy. It's just insanity. Like I had a beach 30 minutes away from me. You know what I mean? And then there's 3 or 4 other beaches up and down the coast because it's separated by city. And I had a point to this. Oh, so reggae was a big thing in how I grew up. Like Sublime was major during that time. No Doubt was a little bit Scottish, a little bit reggae on occasions. Yeah, I could go on, but I'm gonna shut the hell up because
What is it? What?
Sublime.
Nope, I don't know that one.
Jason, shut up. I hate
you. Alex is back. 2 shows
I'm
in a row.
I'm back and I don't shut up.
No, I'm a fucking asshole at that point. But
no, you're good, dude.
I love everything you said, and I wish I had that. I don't wish I had that perspective because honestly, I'd probably be dead if I grew up in Southern California. Like I don't see myself flying down there as like the white kid that decided to like grow up in that bad area that you were in. But
well, I'm not white.
I'm saying if I put myself in your shoes, I'd be dead. That was my point.
No, you'd fit in. You'd fit right in. I'm telling you, we had everything. Like whatever.
It's a shithole full of assholes. You'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Let's go back.
I go from that part of my life to joining the military, and all the liberal bullshit and whatever I had mentality of being a California guy kind of just got washed away, and I was cleansed by America's freedom and power and the red, white, and blue. And I fixed my life and I got my shit together. And now I'm living in good old North Carolina, able to afford to live to be alive. And it's kind of cool and it's kind of good. So fuck you for whatever you're going to say, Jason.
That's the best check-in we've ever had. You're welcome. That was a check-in. We brought it all around, and Alex checked in because I didn't know any of that. So Alex is back, and he just
asked all the right questions.
You put him right on there.
It took me 15 months of doing the show with Alex.
Yeah, dude, I know. I love music, and I could talk about it for days, but my mind is just ADD as shit. So I listen to a lot of different styles of music, including country. I didn't mention, but I'm ashamed to say that I started listening to country when I deployed to Iraq, because for whatever reason that was played everywhere, and I'm just like, hey guys, can we cool it with the country? Can we just cool it with the country? And they're like, nah, man. And I remember one time taking a bus from one part of the base to another part of the base, and I'm in full armor with my machine gun, and I'm like, all right, let me take this bus ride back to where my home is, which is a little container, essentially a trailer split into threes. And I remember just this dude who's probably from Pakistan or maybe India is driving one of these buses, driving me from one side of the base to the other, and he was listening to country music. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? So gave country music a little bit of attention, and I thankfully found some cool artists that, now it's on my regular playlist.
You gotta stop being ashamed though. You were ashamed of jazz, ashamed of classic music, ashamed of country. Love what you like, man. I like country. I'll listen to it sometimes. I love classical. I got about as records around here. It's good shit. Music is music. It doesn't really matter what it sounds like.
Yeah, whenever it comes to music, as long as it I feel it and I vibe to it, I'm like, let's get down. This is give me more of this.
Sounds like sales to me.
Shut up, Jason.
Sounds like sales. Sounds
that I never got into. Just was, and what did you go? Ska? Is that cool?
Yeah.
It's like the screaming. That was the only music I think growing up and even today I never got into, just because I never understood it. Right? I think it's
So at 14, I asked my dad to buy me a guitar. Or 13. At 13, I asked my dad to buy me a guitar because I was getting into bands like Korn, Blink-182, The Offspring, whatever other bands, Limp Bizkit, whatever the other bands were big during that time, including Carlos Santana, which is the actual reason why I asked my dad for a guitar.
Who?
Carlos Santana. Do you want to die, Jason? I will literally go to your house and smack you in the balls.
He's such an asshole. That's it.
He is an asshole. I love this guy. He's the worst and the best at the same time.
Carlos.
So anyway,
okay, go ahead.
If you fucking make fun of me one more time, I'm gonna go to your house and punch you in the dick, sir.
That'll be the reunion show right there.
It should be. No, but because of this gentleman named Carlos Santana, if you like it better that way, you son of a bitch. I asked my dad for a guitar. He bought it for me at the age of 14 for my birthday, essentially. And ever since then, I've just been fiddling with guitars and getting into weirder and crazier, just guitar, not bass music, but guitar heavy music, because it's what I was into. You know what I mean? So the fact that you never got into it's probably not what you're surrounded by, and it's okay, Joe. It's okay to be you. Accept yourself, just like I need to accept myself.
Appreciate that, Alex. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. You're all right in my book.
Sounds like sales. It sounds like a story. It sounds like if whatever you like, whatever you feel, whether it's something you want to buy, someone you want to bang, someone you want to be associated with, things that you like, tell you a story, and the music tells you a story, and people like country music because you can understand. And my dad told me this, and it made sense. And I like all kinds of music, but I like country music because it tells a story, and you can go with it and follow the song, and it takes you in a certain direction lyrically, where other types of music will do that with sound, which is harder for you to hear and understand. Country music appeals to a greater mass because it's very clear in its
100%,
message.
100%.
Yes.
And it's country music is extremely understandable, even if some artists add just a little bit too much Southern twang. But it's mostly understandable, and it's extremely relatable to, like, let's say blue collar guys, or maybe obviously it's going to hit in the fucking South. It's going to be huge in the South, but like there's other places that it reaches
Slaps.
to, like California, where they have a festival called Stagecoach just for country artists. And the weirdest assembly of my friends are into country music, and they go to this festival just to have a good old time enjoying country music. These are people that are from California. It makes no sense to me, but it's awesome that it attracts everybody, every weird different groups of people. It just is very I don't know if simple is the right word, but like it's very basic. The subject matters that are talked about in country songs, and I wouldn't say vague, but like it's simple enough to be like felt by everybody, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Relatable. Sales.
Man,
Yes.
my check out Orville Peck. You'll like him. That's a good country artist for you. And he doesn't have any southern twangs from South Africa, so should be all set
That's
on
so
that.
weird. That's so weird. What was that? What was the Australian guy that was a big country singer?
Keith Urban.
Yeah, that guy. I'm just
Really?
like, wait. You're not a freaking American, dude. You can just be a country singer and not be American. How does this work? But it was a really weird and cool surprise that not
That's
just
something that's always been
Americans are doing
interesting.
country music.
People with like accents, when they sing, they'll sing in like no accent, like American.
Yeah, there's a band that I love called Neck Deep. They're a British band. Every single one of them is from somewhere in England. But when they sing, when the singer Ben sings, he sings in what he says a shitty American accent. Because for whatever reason, it just sounds better to him, or maybe it's what he was used to listening to. So maybe he's trying to emulate the American pop punk sound, but even he admits to singing differently than what he would normally sound like. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, that is interesting. Never understood that one. Never understood that one.
Why are you here, Joe? Give us something.
What about you?
Understand something. Come on.
Yeah, he's married to Nicole Kidman. Like, and he got prime Nicole Kidman in like the mid to early 2000s. So that's great. Oh, all right.
We lost Alex. Uh-oh.
This is what happens.
Nicole Kidman.
Tom Cruise
Brad,
and
how you doing?
Tom Cruise and the Scientologists just shut down Alex's feed because we're talking about Nicole Kidman. Way to fucking go. Way to go. And you get the whole show fucked now. What's up, Brad?
Yeah.
I want to check in with Brad.
Yeah, no. All good on our end. We're staying busy. Like I've told y'all before, I got 3 kids, 3 girls, just went back to school and started playing softball for my oldest. And then I haven't gone into it in too much detail, but I just recently, when I got out of the military, I had the GI Bill to go back to school. And I went back to school and just recently took a look at it. And I only have 2 more years left on my GI Bill. So I decided I was going to go ahead and use the rest of my GI Bill and go back to school. So I went back to college to ideally do a little bit of grad work. And It's been different for sure. Going back to school, having 3 kids. When I first went to school, obviously I could relate to some of the people. Now I've figured out that the kids that I'm in class with right now are closer to my daughter's age than they are to me. So I'm like legitimately just the old dude that's on campus going back to school. But it's been fun. But yeah, all good. And I love this time of year because, you got ball. I'm a big baseball fan. So baseball playoffs are getting ready to start in about a month or so, not even a couple weeks. So lots of stuff to keep us busy.
Who do you like in
There's
baseball?
only a few games left.
Yeah, so I'm a huge Braves fan. The Braves have kind of shit the bed a little bit, but we've been riddled with injuries this year. The Braves have a solid team if they can stay healthy, but it'll be interesting to see coming down to October. Phillies are playing really good. The Yankees are, playing good baseball. You got a lot of good storylines in baseball right now with Aaron Judge killing the ball, Shohei Ohtani trying to get 50 home runs, 50 stolen bags in a season. So I really think baseball is kind of making a little bit of a resurgence, which, we've talked about in the past.
Yeah, I'm not a big baseball fan, but I'm going to Yankees Orioles next week, actually. Next Wednesday. So it doesn't next Wednesday. Actually.
Hey man, the Tigers are a half game out of the wild card right now, and the Tigers haven't been relevant since for 4 or 5 years now. So I'm pumped. Like just to be in the conversation at this point and not be completely out of it. I'm so jazzed about that. So very pumped for baseball season right now.
Baseball your favorite?
Oh, it's my favorite? No, I like football better than I do baseball. I just it's nice when the Tigers are good.
Yeah, Brad, which is your favorite?
The 60s, great time.
Which one is your favorite?
Between the sports, I grew up playing baseball, and I love baseball. I love football too, but I didn't play football growing up. When I was little, or not even little, like when I was in high school, I was tiny. I was like 135 pounds. I wrestled at like 135, 140. And my parents, I came to them and I was like, I want to try playing football. And they said, we think maybe you should stick with baseball. But yeah, man, I'm a baseball fan, but I love it all.
Are you small, Brad? I don't understand. Is that?
No, I was when I was little or younger. Okay. Dude, I was tiny. I was like, I'm still short now. I'm like 5'9".
That's average. But that's like an average height, though. That's all right. Yeah. I got really short friends. I have friends who are like 5'3", 5'4", like very small. Like, they're cute though. But no, I'm fucking around. But I have shorter friends. Some of my best friends in life, and I'm pretty tall. Like I'm 6'2". And that was a weird dynamic. I always have a very interested, and that's like a whole tangential thing, but like, and I think I like subliminally mentioned it a couple episodes ago, but it's like, it fascinates me. If people are very short, there's a mental dynamic to the way they approach life that is different. And I'm always fascinated by that, but 5'9", you're not short enough to give me an opinion. I'm sorry. Too tall. You're too tall.
I wouldn't classify myself as short, but yeah, I was definitely tiny back in like high school. Too tiny to play football.
Danny Woodhead was 5'7".
Danny Woodhead was fucking fire. Danny Woodhead was nasty.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. All of my fantasy leagues are all named after Danny Woodhead. I think one of them is Morning Woodhead. I think it's there's a couple. I don't know what the hell they're called at this point. I have to look them up, but they are all Danny Woodhead related. I love that, man.
His name was so good that the universe made him good at football, even though he shouldn't be because he was way too small. But his name was so good that the universe allowed him to do that, and that's a gift that we were all given.
Yeah, I think we're seeing right now in the NFL why short people don't play football. You got Tua with his third concussion, Bryce Young getting benched in Carolina.
Line of sight, literally.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, dude, Bryce Young got the shaft in Carolina. That is the worst run. Or that if that place was an actual business, it would have gone to bankruptcy 2 years ago. That shit is so poorly run.
They did a terrible job over there. I feel they really did. They gave him a bad start, bad opportunity for sure.
Yeah, traded away every single talented person on the team to draft him, and then we're like, hey man, figure it out. Also, we're going to fire your coach 6 games in and then hire another one that we're not going to retain and then give you a new one and give you 2 games to figure it out. So, fuck off.
Yep. Yeah, they didn't give him much, but
you got to give him more. Reminds me of the Golden Bachelorette. They bring guys in there that live on the other side of the country. They're younger. She's got a life. She's got kids. They're dealing her a bad hand at the beginning of the game. You want more people closer to where she lives. You're hamstringing her, just like Bryce Young. You guys are right. I
can definitely see Robert Kraft on that show.
Oh, I think he does very well for himself. Both of them do. Those guys, I mean, to be fair, I mean, Robert Kraft probably earned it more. Belichick is just like addicted to football. So he lost. He just like got divorced and stuff because he was, addicted to football. But Robert Kraft, not his fault. His wife actually passed away. And I mean, he's done his thing. I mean, Brady gets mad about it, but he's going to like massage parlors. He's got young little things on his hip. He can do. He's like marketing sneakers. He's fucking living it up. Right?
He's living life.
I think if Robert Kraft.
Did you see Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend?
Yeah, he knows.
Smoking?
He knows. No, Belichick knows how to. Belichick knows how to lay pipe too. But I'm saying I don't give him the same pass because when you start from a position of, his wife passed away. I mean, Robert Kraft paid his dues to society and had a nice life. It's not his fault that his wife passed away, and now he's, becoming a bit of a coxman himself. But for Bill Belichick, he probably could have tried harder to keep his like kids and marriages together, but he was addicted to football. So now he's like, yeah, fuck it. I fucking quit. Or I got fired. Nobody wants me to coach football right now, which is kind of weird. I'm just going to bang Young Tail, do every show available. Fucking Monday night with Eli and Peyton. That's quality television. You got Nick brought that up. Like Belichick, he goes on you can sense like the natural uncomfortableness of him doing it. But it still just spills out and they just get him talking about the game. And he's very fucking smart and charismatic, like accidentally. So, he can.
I gotta add, Brad, you're the only one with daughters, right? Nick, do you have daughters too? Boys, right? So Brad, if you had a daughter bring home a guy that was like 30 years old, 40 years older, I mean, think of like, how would you? What do you think you would do? Honestly, right? Like, because listen, I'm sure that's happened. Like, dads in our group that might even listen. That might happen in the future soon. The daughters like 19, 20, like
right there, Ronnie.
Like if that guy came home and all of a sudden
his wife is like 30. Old. He's like 68.
Well, 70. I mean. Thank God that's still a long way away. But I have no idea what I would do in the future. I know now, even with my kids being young, I want them to kind of make their own decisions. I mean, at some point you got to step in and before they make a big mistake. Man, thank God I don't have to think about that for a while. I already told my daughter that there's no dating or anything like that for a while now. So
I mean,
we'll
if he's got $500 million,
that's definitely not going to be a problem. He told her, he established, nope, no dating. That you'll be good.
Dude, if your 21-year-old daughter is marrying 90-year-old Robert Kraft, that's just a business investment. That's not you don't have to worry about that. Like that's awesome.
Unless there's an annulment in there.
Is he gonna hurt the girl? I mean, he's come on. He's gonna buy her whatever the fuck she wants, and he's gonna heave and hoe a little bit and then fall the fuck asleep.
Well,
These young kids, I'd rather a kid her own age. He's vigorous. He's got a lot of energy. I'm sorry, Brad. You Brad, go on mute. But like, no. So, but I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want anything to do with that position in life. I feel terrible for the whole thing. But truly and honestly, would you rather your daughter have a young idiot kid who like didn't want to go to college, to go along with our last episode talk about education, or like a really rich old guy who just like is at the point in life where he's going to die and he's going to treat them like the fucking piece of gold that you think they are because that's your daughter? I'm sorry. I don't see a problem.
Too young, like, then she's got to go 60 years as a widow and then find another one. She's going to end up with the idiot anyway.
And that's how you get
and
on
she'll
the
have some money for the idiot.
Yeah, that is the Bachelorette. All right, Golden Bachelorette. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, if Robert Kraft was going to be on a reality television show, it'd be more like Love Island than it would be The Bachelorette or The Bachelor, The Golden Bachelor.
Yeah.
If my daughter wants to make a business decision, I'm okay with that.
Well, on that note, we are very happy Jason does not have daughters. We are.
Spoiler.
I think most of us might be. Listen, it is a different type of parenting. So God bless you, Brad, and all the other dads with daughters, and to us future dads that might have daughters as well. There's a different type of parenting coming from, I think, dads, as we know how we were all when we were younger. And but listen, you raise them up. Right, they'll do the right thing, and they might end up with Robert Kraft. So, guys, listen, we appreciate all the listeners. This is we have Brad, Nick, Jason. We had Alex for a little bit, and Joe here with Time to Dad. We hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week, and like, subscribe, comment, and invite some friends to our pages so we can keep growing with you and keep learning. Take care.
Later.